What's going on, everybody? It's Richie Burner here, back with another video on Intra-Strong, and today we're going to be discussing the introduction to a new playlist that I'm going to start posting on. It's a workout playlist. I'm just going to start posting all my workouts and explaining what I do and how I do it and why I do it in really extreme detail. And I just wanted to post this introduction so people can have a little bit of perspective when I start explaining my workouts and why I do them. And then this isn't the only way to do this. You know, if you can build muscle doing jumping jacks for an hour, then, you know, be my guest. If that works for you, that works for you. This is purely based on my perspective and what has worked for me. Obviously, there are other people who have had a lot of success using the same strategy as me, but in no way, shape, or form am I trying to convince people that this is the best way, because everyone's different and things work for certain people that don't work for me. There are things that I'm going to say that are backed by certain studies and certain science that proves that this might be the best exercise for a certain body part, or this might be the most efficient way. But at the end of the day, whatever floats your boat and whatever works for you to get you where you want to go and what your goals are is what really matters. So for me, I wanted to find out the most efficient way for building round, strong, lean muscle. And I was doing the same thing for a really long time and it really wasn't working out for me. And that was, I guess, the structure that everybody kind of knows, which could be anything from like 3 to 5 sets or 4 sets with 12 reps each set, working at one weight the entire time, or even worse, starting with a light weight for your first set and then each set adding more weight. After a long period of time, I found out that this strategy definitely works. You'll obviously build muscle doing it that way, but the point is that it's not the most efficient. So I started doing some research. I started following some really smart people. Shout out Joe Bennett, hypertrophy coach. And I just started learning and reading and trying to understand the best way to put on muscle. And I came across a progressive overload style of lifting. And it was kind of baffling to me because I never saw lifting in this type of light and that kind of workout structure. I kind of thought it was crazy because you're almost in a lot of programs and a lot of things, you're kind of taught to stay away from heavy weight and to be careful with it. And you obviously have to, but I think that heavyweight isn't given enough credit, and I think people are often steered away from it for just poor reasons of injury. So what my workouts are structured like is every workout, every lift consists of 2 to 3 meat and potato type movements. These are normally compound movements, like my strongest, my best lifts. These are the most effective lifts of my workout that I want to put the most energy and focus into. So for instance, on a leg day, this will be a safety bar squat or a banded hack squat or an RDL or a leg press. You could even go as far as like a seated leg curl. Those are one of my favorite for hamstrings. So all those things I would consider meat and potato movements, and where I would put majority of my energy and focus. So every exercise, every workout consists of 2 to 3 of those lifts. And each of those lifts will have a top set. I warm up to my heaviest weight that I could do for a set of 4 to 7 reps based on where I am in my programming. If I'm looking to add more reps and more volume, my first set will be around 8 to 12 reps, maybe even more. But right now where I'm at, I'm looking to build strength, I'm looking to build power, I'm looking to put on some more muscle. So I'm doing a 4 to 7 rep top set. So like I said, I'll build up to that top set, doing no more than 5 reps in my warm-ups, all the way up till I'm comfy to that top set, so I feel loose, till I feel ready, till my body's acclimated to the weight. I hit that top set, I take it as absolutely far as I can, till complete failure. Obviously, there's some complications around that. People don't like going till failure. It's an easy way to get hurt. But I think that's where form comes into play, and it's important that you perfect your form before you get into lifting like this. So I'm not saying my form is perfect, but there's always room for improvement. But I have been doing this for quite some time, and I believe that my form is pretty good to the point where I am able to handle certain weight for a certain amount of reps. So I'll do a top set, and then based on the lift or where I'm at in my programming, I'll have a back off set or 2 back off sets for my meat and potato movements. So for instance, On a safety bar squat, I'll start with my top set. I'll work up to my top set and warm up. Hit my safety bar squat for anywhere between 4 to 7 reps. If I can get more, I'm getting more. Don't get me wrong. I'm not picking a number and staying there. Whatever I can get, but I know that based on the weight, I'm going to get between 4 to 7 reps. I take at least 2 to 3 minutes rest, sometimes 5, depending on the lift and how tired I am. And I'll go into my second set, which will normally be anywhere from 8 to 12 reps. Or, like I said, if you can get 20, get 20. But it's just normally a higher rep, lower weight. So you back off the top set of weight, and then you drop the weight a little bit. Depending on how many reps and how good you felt, you can determine that. I wouldn't drop or climb more than 50 pounds at a time, especially for weights like back squatting and like heavy rows or RDLs. You want to be careful with that. So be mindful, feel it out. This takes time. So after my meat and potato movements, that's how I attack them. A top set, 1 or 2 back off sets, no burn sets or drop sets or anything like that. Just maximum effort, maximum rest. After that, we go into what would be a more like metabolic pump type work. It'll be something higher rep, less strenuous on the overall body, like not as much compound movement. This will either be like a machine or like a cable, something that really focuses on contraction and squeeze. These will normally be a higher rep range. So these are where I've tired the muscle out. I've really worked the muscle with weight. Now I'm gonna focus on building that muscle by volume. So towards the end of the workout, I drop the weight a little bit. I focus on more specific accessory lifts, if you will. And I focus on form, reps, and contraction. And I try and make the sets last as long as I can. I'm still doing the top set back offs. I'm still structuring the pumps, stuff like that. But I'm raising my rep range a little bit. And off the second or third set, I'll do a drop set or I'll go to a superset. Just because at this point of the workout, my muscles are tired and I'm not really focusing on moving weight as much as I am just trying to squeeze every little bit out of there. Even if I'm curling 15 pounds, I'm still curling. And I like to get that, through a drop set or partials. I take my sets all the way. It's not, uncommon for sets to last longer than 50 seconds, sometimes even a minute. That's great. That's how you trigger hypertrophy. So that's just the overall way I structure my workouts. So you'll see that in my upcoming videos, which we'll have one coming shortly after this one. But my overall split, I'm currently on a 3-day split. I do push-pull legs, 2 days on, 1 day off. And I'm currently training with my partner, Isaiah C. Wright. He's training for his first show. And I have the pleasure of going through his programming with him, and I'm learning a lot from him learning a lot from his coach through him, but either way. So really a great experience, and this strategy has really worked out for me over the past couple of years. I've gained so much strength, control, muscle. I mean, I used to weigh 185, fluctuate between 185, 190. Now I'm sitting 208, effortlessly. Obviously this comes with diet and really understanding how to count your carbs and count your macros and understanding what your body needs on certain days, whatever the case may be. But overall, this strategy I've noticed has worked the best for me. And I've seen some really great gains and some really great progress in the past couple of years. So every time I hit that 7 rep mark on my top set, I'm moving that weight up, whether it's 10 or 5 pounds, whatever. I'm always looking to progress. Even if it's not the weight, it'll be the amount of reps, and I take it there no matter what. It's really important that you take care of yourself, that you stretch, you do activations, you work on your mobility, you get therapy, whether it's physical therapy or like a massage or cupping, whatever the case may be. It's really important that you take care of your body physically, and also that you're putting the right stuff into your body when you're not lifting. So, taking the right amount of protein, eating the right foods, getting the right amount of sleep, having the right amount of stress, all that stuff. Obviously you want to have no stress, but all that stuff counts and goes towards your workouts. So that being said, that's my lifting strategy. You'll see, and I'll explain more as we get more videos coming, what my thought process is going into these lists. But I just wanted everyone to have something to go off of before you just start watching my lifting videos and thinking like, why is he doing this? What is he doing? just so I could explain myself a little bit. I'll see you in the upcoming workout videos. I'm really excited to get going and get posted on them. So like and comment on this video. Let me know if you guys want to see something, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, check out our blog at intrastrong.com. All reviews, articles, and workouts will be posted there. So go check it out. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.